This episode of After the Quiet contains personal accounts and discussions of coercive control, emotional abuse, and police involvement. Some content may be distressing or triggering for listeners. Hi, and welcome back to After the Quiet. This is episode 56. Today's episode is about something that, on the surface, may not sound extreme. But in reality, it was one of the clearest moments of control I experienced. Because this was the day I realized he didn't just want to control me. He wanted to control my ability to leave. It was summer. And if you've been listening, you know how much those months mean to me. As a teacher, summer was my time with the kids. Time to make memories. Time to do all the things I'd been saving up during the year. I would plan outings, set up playdates, fill our days with as much joy as I could. This particular day, we had a playdate planned at a splash pad. And not just a last-minute plan. This was one of those schedules you have to coordinate with multiple families, finding a date that works for everyone. And we had finally made it happen. That morning, everything felt normal. The kids were excited. They had their bathing suits on under their clothes. I had bag packed with towels, snacks, everything we needed. We were ready to go. And then, I couldn't find the car keys. At first, it didn't seem like a big deal. You know how it is. You misplace your keys sometimes. So I checked the usual places. The kitchen counter, the laundry room, the bottom of my purse. Nothing. Then I checked the key rack, the place where all the extra keys usually hung. And that's when it hit me. There wasn't a single key there. Not one. He had taken them. All of them. Or hidden them. And then I looked outside, and I saw something else. His employees, the ones who would park at our house in the mornings, their cars were parked so close behind the vehicles I normally drove, that even if I did have the keys, I wouldn't have been able to get out of the driveway. In that moment, it all clicked. This wasn't an accident. This wasn't bad luck. This was intentional. And I just stood there, with 3 kids who were ready to go, excited for their play date, waiting for me. I felt sick. Not even for myself. For them. Because how do you explain that to your kids? How do you tell them, we can't go because Dad made sure we couldn't leave? I was frustrated, angry, and honestly, desperate. So I did something I had never done before. I called the constable who had given me the domestic abuse pamphlet. And they came. Quickly. The police showed up at my house again. And this time it felt different. Because now there was a pattern. They called him at work. And his response? He told them I had no right to drive his truck. no right to use his parents' vehicle, that we were separated now, and he didn't want me having access to anything that belonged to him or his family. But the police didn't see it that way. They told him very clearly that what he was doing was trapping me and the children in the house, and that it was a form of abuse. And still, he didn't care. That part is important, because sometimes people think if someone is told what they're doing is wrong, they'll stop. But that's not how this works. Control isn't about misunderstanding. It's intentional. I still had to call the other parents and explain why we weren't coming. And how do you even say that out loud? Sorry, we can't make it because my husband hid all the keys and blocked us into the driveway. It sounded ridiculous, even to me. They were disappointed, confused, upset for the kids. And I could feel it, that underlining question. Why would he do that? And I didn't even fully have the answer yet. Looking back now, I understand exactly what that was. That was isolation. That was control. That was him deciding when I could leave, if I could leave, how I could leave. And more than that, it was him using my children to hurt me. Because again, he knew where my breaking point was. And this is something I want people to really hear. Control doesn't always look like shouting or physical violence. Sometimes it looks like missing keys, blocked driveways, canceled plans, and children sitting by the door in their bathing suits, waiting to leave, and not understanding why they can't. That day stayed with me because it was so clear, so intentional, so calculated. And still, I stayed. That's the part that's hard to say out loud, but it's the truth. Because when you're in it, you don't always see the full pattern. You explain it away, you minimize it, you tell yourself it's temporary, but it's not. If someone is willing to control your movement, to isolate you, to take away your independence, that is not something that gets better. That is something that escalates. And if you're listening to this and something about this feels familiar, please don't ignore it. Because this wasn't just about a missed playdate. This was about control, and it only got worse from here. Thanks for listening to After the Quiet. Please remember to subscribe to this podcast and share it with others who might need to hear my story. And also join me on Instagram at after_the_quiet. If you recognize parts of my story in your own, please reach out to someone who can give you support, or look for that support in your community. You are not weak for needing help. You are human. Your voice deserves to be heard.